Hey parents, this is Coach Johnson again. In this case, today we're going over some arm care for pitching. This is using a 3 pound weight in this case. You can get a 2, 3 pound weight, something like that if you guys want to for the boys, or they can just use something of that same weight they can kind of hold in their hand. It really doesn't matter what it is. Something you don't want to break, obviously, nothing glass. So just a few of the ones that we're going to go over today. And this is not an extensive or anything exhaustive, but it's definitely stuff that the boys need to do if they're once they start playing in games. If they're going to be throwing a lot, it's really good to get them used to this sort of stuff, and it'll decrease their risk of injury and allow them to be able to be warmed up and ready to pitch quicker. You can do this as pre or post. You can do these in between days when you're pitching or doing any kind of practice or anything like that. Always before they start these things, it's always really good to important to remember to do some stretches with your arms. Just to make sure that their arms are ready to go, even though the weight's not very much. You never want to do anything with resistance without doing some good stretches. So the first one is kind of a wrist, what they call a wrist and forearm, 6-way forearm workout. Basically, it's just getting it and just doing a quick little up down like this, and you can do this on both arms. In my case, I'm right-handed, so I'm doing it with my right, but you'd want to do on both of them anyways. So I'm just putting it out like this, rolling my wrist forward a little bit. Nothing hard, again, just very, very lightweight. This is not for really increasing strength very much, as it is just to make sure that the muscles are good in tone and ready to use. So turn it sideways like this, tilt it up, forearm down, up like that, and then just turn. And then the same thing on the other side. The second one is what's called a scaption raise. It's really good for the what they call the scaps in the back at the top right here. So just take this with a weight again and just put it out kind of as far as you can, forward and out on either side. And again, this is good to do with both arms. With most of these, I would say, 5 reps for the wrists, forearm ones, and for the rest of them, just 5 to 10 or whatever they feel like. They should not feel any kind of pain when they're doing this sort of stuff. Just raise it up level, bring it down to the side. The other 2 other ones are for your shoulder. There's a couple of them. This one is what's called the internal rotation. These are, again, this is all working with muscle groups that are heavily used when pitching, and so this will get them really into shape and keeping tone with it. So basically, you can just put your knee on a chair or any kind of surface and take it from your shoulder in here, from the armpit, and kind of bring it in like this. So hang and just kind of bring it in to level. And then the last one is a little harder to do, but it's something that they're probably going to have to lay down on the floor and do, just kind of get themselves in this kind of position with their knees, and take this, and you're going to do what's called an external rotation, and this is what's done actually right when they deliver the pitch, so they can kind of hold the shoulder here. They don't need to hold it, just go out like this. And that's about it. I know this isn't an exhaustive list, and using bands is sometimes preferred for this sort of thing. As personal trainers will tell you, pitching specific trainers. But this is actually a really good starting point for the boys if they actually are wanting to make sure that they're staying in good health with their arm if they're doing any kind of extensive pitching. And that's about it. All right, thanks. Have a good one.